Dan Bailey
Is Madden NFL 21.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Seattle. Taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And that's incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And no, it's out. Smith lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he'll go down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he will lose. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Going for it all. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls. And it's 2nd down. With a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Cousins to throw.
wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point. I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll throw from the gun. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now the ball comes loose.
Cousins pass complete to a
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to Adam Thielen.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field, 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
There he goes, right side.
I'm the best in the game. I'm the best in the game.
And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 65 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the... Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice.
The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's the the first quarter with the score Seahawks 14.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First down, here's the run with Cook. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 25 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it. But the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations,
Philip Dorsett by himself. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Wilson, he's going to keep it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd.
On the option, it'll be Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that joke college stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. To him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And some space here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Minnesota.
Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Back to the ground, Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson as his guys are able to regain the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
The two-point attempt is no good.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fourth first half that we've seen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 4 yards out as they have taken the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
If feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion. Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying them.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Number 18, Justin
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys have moved out in front. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And
it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back, little time, do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Dancing to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So we've reached half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Seahawks 30.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The Vikings first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football.
Dalvin Cook on the carry.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, Cook. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. In this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 27 yards, and the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Boy, it's only a one-score game, third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back.
And he loses the football the second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Wilson on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. 30 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's Wilson out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, 88 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Shamar Stephen busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Pass interference. Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Look at this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On the move to his left. Going for Met. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their...
They fumbled it. It's on the ground. 2, first down marker at the 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Cousins now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Complete to number 9.
Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. Cousins. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
And makes the score Vikings.
And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
The onside kick is recovered.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Wilson buying time to his, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
The Seahawks.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
on the keeper.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
What you talking about, Rick?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Flush to his right, and he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 9, 2:18 on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Following the interception, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover it, double and triple, and do what you have to do? But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Benson Mayowa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Keeps the score. Vikings.
Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Final score. Vikings.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great.
Responsible without your money or not. But you always spin the block around just like they on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we can stand in the spot. And they would spin the block around just like the hands in the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like I'm hearing a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You was scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up there, I'm there in the scene. And I feel just like the cheetah prince, and I'm the heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Test the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean a man to steal it. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this lose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And they would spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And they would spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and my self-talk too. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's grit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's grit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's grit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. The win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, up, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. Sometimes I know when I can't control it. All my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real. Lightweight bust off half a passel. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work. Got a gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's grit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but
kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some. Had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go missing? Heard she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Been the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?
To the
football.
Bradley Pinion to kick off
Super Bowl Sunday.
It's been a trying year for everybody, but the tradition continues. Super Bowl 55, away we go from Tampa. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
It's on the return. The Colts take over first. And 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. So now the Colts offense, they'll line up and go for two here. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on.
Now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Brady will try again on second down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin.
Brady
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Third down.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
On second and 15 now. Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A gain of 11 brings up third and 4.
Throwing now is Brady. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first and 10, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On the counter, here's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. They'll go with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 4 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Brady's throw there complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Brady now on third and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Anthony Walker, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play fake. Rivers steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's the jet sweep to Pascal. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colts 6, Buccaneers nothing.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Rivers hands this one to Mack. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a run with Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Here's Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They'll run for it. This is Mack. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a short return to the 6-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another?
This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers,